Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone that's on live. We've got quite a few people joining, so feel free to pop any questions as we go along down the side. For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Kelly, by the way, and tonight we're going to hear from Jules, Bianca and Leah. Thanks so much for coming along tonight. We are going to make some really awesome DIY gifts, Christmas gifts tonight that are super easy. You're going to get the recipes via an ebook over the weekend with the replay, so don't feel like you have to write anything down. You will get all these in a beautiful little ebook. And we're going to show you how simple it is to make some Christmas gifts this year. I suppose 2020 has been a bit tricky and difficult for us all, so we want to show you how easy it is. If money's been an issue at all this year, well, I've got a lot of people that's been affected quite closely to myself, so I know that money is tight. So some of these things you can get out of your cupboard and make them up and make a special little gift and put a little ribbon on it, and it can be a beautiful gift, beautiful Christmas gift for someone that you love, care about, friend, neighbour, teacher. So all of these gifts will be perfect for anything like that. So we're going to kick off anyway, and Bianca's going to start us off. Bianca's got a beautiful backdrop out in her paddock tonight, so we're a bit special to have that. So sit back, feel free to pop any questions in the chat, and we'll ask them as we go along or at the end. So feel free to ask any questions, but enjoy. And as I said, you'll get it all in an ebook, so don't need to write down the recipes. But yeah, have fun and enjoy.
There we go. Hi everyone, how are you going? I'm Bianca, and yes, I am out in my paddock on the back of my husband's ute with our stock crate trailer on the back, because our internet's quite interesting at the moment. So I just thought, why not do it this way? And I've got the camping lights set up. So I'm going to make for you tonight the gingerbread sugar scrub. So this hopefully will show you how easy it is to make, because I'm making it in the outback pretty much. So firstly, can everyone hear me okay? Yep, cool. We need 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar. So I've just got regular dark brown sugar here. I like the feeling of sugar on my skin. I wonder how that'll go. I haven't done that before. Rightio, 1/2 cup of fractionated coconut oil. Now you can use the doTERRA one. We've got a beautiful one, but there's also ones like this you can get at the supermarket, and fractionated just means it stays as a liquid. Okay, so 1/2 cup of that. And this one's good for on your skin. So it's an easy one that we're not actually going to be ingesting it or anything. So it's going to be going on our skin. So I don't mind using a supermarket one for that. And then we're going to use, oh, I've forgotten the vanilla extract. That's clever of me, and I can't run and get it. It's at the house. So we'll pretend I've put in vanilla extract. I was doing so well. We're going to put in some cinnamon bark. Now, cinnamon bark essential oil is a beautiful essential oil. It is a hot essential oil, so when you're using it, just be mindful. Sometimes I wear gloves when I use it because it can burn your skin, so just be mindful of that. But it's so powerful. It just smells like Christmas already. So we only need 5 drops. Okay, we'll want to eat this scrub. And then our other essential oil is ginger. Now, ginger is essential oil that I use for car sickness all the time for my daughter. And I actually have left it somewhere, so I don't have it. So I'm going to use the Holiday Joy, which is a beautiful, beautiful holiday. It makes you think of eating biscuits. You can't actually eat the Holiday Joy essential oil in food and things, but it's a beautiful one for just feeling. I diffuse it all the time for Christmas, and this is 3/4 empty, so I'm ready to get a new one. I've seen the Christmas orders out, so I'm ready to get a new one. I'll just pop 5 in. Now, instead of clove or cinnamon or Holiday Joy, you can put in lavender or frankincense, those calming oils as well, because this is going to be a body scrub. So you could put those things in if you're going to have a shower at night or things like that for people might be that you're gifting this to someone that has trouble sleeping or needs calming, then this might be a nice one to opt in the lavender and things like that as well. But because we're doing a Christmas theme, thought it'd be nice to do the gingerbread and feel like Christmas all December. So then we need half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Oh, wow, it's strong too. Okay, so just half a teaspoon and half a teaspoon of allspice as well. And that's it. So I'll just give it a bit of a stir. Hopefully you can see it. It's really nice and dark. The fractionated coconut oil will help it all blend together, and it shouldn't be too runny. It should be more of a paste. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells like hot cross buns actually when I make them, or my cinnamon toast that I make. So just put them all in, and then I've got my warm water here and beautiful guide dogs towel that my mum gave me. It's gorgeous. But I'm going to show you. So then you just pop it into your skin, on your skin. Allspice and mixed spice. I think they are the same thing, Libby. Pretty sure they are. Allspice is like clove and things like that though. So not sure if a mixed spice is more your Indian spices or not. I'm not sure, but this is more of a clovey, cinnamony smell. Rightio, so we're going to just put it on our skin. It feels like I'm cooking. And you could put it all over your arms, all over your legs, and you'll get the texture. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the texture, it feels quite like sugar, I guess. Okay, so just rub it all in, and then all you have to do is rinse off. So I did boil this water, so just not too hot. Oh, it smells amazing coming off, actually. That's interesting. I might just wet my towel. And but you can see, you could use it when you're camping even. Might be a nice camping one too. But oh, that smells amazing now. So you'll actually smell like Christmas too. It won't just be that you'll feel like Christmas. But that's beautiful. So, oh, and it really feels nice now. My skin actually feels really quite nice. So I never thought to put sugar on my skin, but that might be one. I know I use salt in a few different things as well, and it has a nice texture. So the sugar is actually, it's actually really smooth. It was like sand and grit when it was on. So it's actually really nice. It's like exfoliating my skin. So yeah, there you go. So that's really easy and simple for you to do. What you can do then is, the dogs would like to lick us. Yes, they would, Yvonne. Great one. So I'm just going to, I've got these beautiful little containers with little red and white on them. And I got six for $10. So I think that's pretty good value. And obviously you can try it out before you pop it in, but obviously you probably wouldn't use it before you give it to your friend. Right, let's pop it in. Let me see, probably not. And you can, I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of, it's a bit pasty. And it's good. It's just really nice. It feels great on my skin. I'd say it's the fractionated coconut oil. So the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil would actually be really nice as well, because we know that it's 100% pure fractionated coconut oil and it's beautiful on your skin. So it might be nice if it's someone that you really feel about. They're only $15. So it's really not an expensive gift anyway, if you did have to use a third of that to do it as well. So, but yeah, so that's made half. So I'd probably have to do 2 batches for each one. Just put a little ribbon around it, and that's a beautiful little gift. I'm a teacher, and I would love that as a present. If I got that DIY little gift off one of my students, that would be really, really nice. So yeah, there you go, guys. So little sugar scrub for you. So I'm not sure who I'm throwing to, Kelly, and I didn't check all the chats. Is it Leah, is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Bianca. That's so beautiful. And yeah, a really cost-effective present. So Libby's just asking, how long does it last? So I would say it would last a little while, 3 to 6 months maybe, do you think? Or even longer?
Yeah, just think about storage, that's all. So if it's in an airtight container, I've also got the coffee containers I was going to say, so they're good too. So cool, dark place in a container similar to this, 3 to 6 months for sure. Yeah, I would say so. So yeah, just pop on there that it's probably a 3-month product. So they'll probably use it up way before then anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, you can easily spend over $20 on those sorts of products in the supermarket or in the shops. Even the cheap ones are quite expensive. So to know exactly what you're putting on your skin is amazing. So thanks, Bianca. I'm going to make a couple of things tonight. The first thing I'm going to make is Pure Fume. So a Pure Fume is a replacement for our more synthetic perfumes that you might buy from the department stores. So it's a really beautiful way to introduce people to essential oils and yeah, just a really luxurious gift to give to them. So in your ebook, you're going to have 6 recipes that you can try, but if you don't have the oils in the recipes, then just think about using the oils that you've got. So all of our emotion oils are really beautiful. So Passion's beautiful in there, Console even. What else is there? Elevation is great. That's in the emotional wellness at the moment, and lots of people love that as a pure fume. Whisper is really beautiful. It's a musky floral scent, so that's a really nice one that you could use. But tonight I am going to make the Invigoration blend, and I'm just going to use Citrus Bliss and Aroma Touch. So yeah, if you know there's something in particular that you love using as a pure fume, I actually really love bergamot and spearmint together. So just play around with it. So anything that you love, you can add to a bottle. So I guess the thing with pure fumes is just finding a really cute little container that you could put them in. So I've got a few different ones. I've got a coloured bottle that I could use. I've got different little atomizers that are quite cute. So you can look at, I get these from a local shop near me called Glass Bottles Direct on the Sunshine Coast, but they do ship orders as well. And I know Rita at Vitalia, that used to be Oils for Life Australia, she has some really beautiful bottles as well. So you could even get, I've got a little clear atomizer here with just a spray on the top, and you could get some nice botanicals to put in there, some dried rosebuds or lavender, and pop them in there as well, or even some nice crystals if you like, rose quartz and that sort of thing. And even roller lids you can these days get the crystal roller lids as well. So yeah, some different, just finding a nice little vessel to pop it in always makes it extra special, and that's sort of a lipstick fancy one as well. So in our recipes, it is about adding our beautiful coconut oil to the roller if you're using a roller. But if you were to use an atomizer, then I would actually use some witch hazel to spray it on. So I've just got some little people here saying good night. Sorry. Bye. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. The reality of doTERRA and running a business. So yes, so just finding a nice little bottle. So if you're using an atomizer, the witch hazel is beautiful for spraying on. If you're using a roller, then use your coconut oil. So I'm going to make a nice little roller tonight with, as I said, the Aroma Touch and the Citrus Bliss. So I'm going to add 10 drops of each to the bottle. I'm actually going to put in the coconut oil first, because I've recently actually heard that it actually makes a big difference putting your coconut oil in first and then adding the oils to the coconut oil rather than the opposite way around. Supposedly it holds the smell better for some reason. So I'm not sure about the science or the theory behind that, but I'll go with it. it sounded good at the time. So make sure you don't fill it right up to the top, because you'll need to add those oils. So just 10 drops. Oh, Citrus Bliss is coming out quick because I'm at the end of the bottle. So about 10 drops of the Citrus Bliss and 10 drops of my Aroma Touch. So if you're thinking about drops, cents per drop, then it works out really effective. And again, that buying those pre-made essential oil perfumes can be really quite expensive, but you've got all these tools yourself, and they're really beautiful. So yeah, just as effective as buying something from a shop or from a little handmade boutique thing. So really nice and simple. Give it a little bit of a shake just to mix it through. But when it's in the coconut oil, it's nice and diluted and mixed together. With the witch hazel, I do find that you have to give it a bit of a shake before you spray it on each time, but it's just as effective. So yeah, nice little bottle. You could make an Avery label that says perfume or something on it and pop that on, or a nice handwritten label. Or you might simply have a nice gift tag that you wrap around it and have what's in it on it. And then even just finding some nice little organza bags to pop that in. Or you might have throughout the year got some little doTERRA purses, or little, even just from Kmart, I've got a few of these little, I think these were in the kids section, but they're quite cute, and pop in your roller in there. So yeah, just a nice, really simple gift, and really cost effective for something really beautiful, and to introduce people to those beautiful oils. So now I'm going to turn my laptop around, so hopefully this works, because I need to use my Thermomix, and I brought it up to my office space because my kitchen, as you just saw, my house is still all awake, so you probably wouldn't hear me. So I'm just going to switch around. Hopefully you can see everything maybe here. Okay, so with the hot chocolate, I've already measured out my ingredients, and I'm just going to tip them straight into my Thermomix, or you could use a blender if you don't have a Thermomix. I have actually already pre-made one, and I actually used, I didn't mix all the ingredients together, I just layered them in the jar. So I'm sure when the person gets it, they can mix it all up and then use a teaspoon. So I'm sure it doesn't actually need all blended. You could just put it in the saucepan and heat it up, and the chocolate would melt anyway. So when it's all blitzed and just as a powder, it just makes it a little bit more convenient, I guess. But I thought that was a cute little way of just presenting it as well. The layers of the sugar, the milk powder, the chocolate, and the cacao. So I have gone a bit of a, whoops, sorry, the mix is knackered. I've gone for a bit of a healthier option. So in here, it's just like normal white sugar and everything, but I'm going to choose to use coconut sugar and cacao rather than cocoa powder. And I'm actually going to use some coconut milk. Coconut milk powder. This I couldn't actually find in the supermarket, but our IGA sells it. So I don't know if health food shops sell it, or how accessible it is to everyone. But we have, we avoid dairy, and I've got quite a few friends and people that avoid dairy. So I'm using that coconut milk powder, but you can just get quite easily milk powder from the supermarket. I got that as well, and that's what I used in this one. So yes, it's really simple, and you just throw it all in. I'll show you how to do that, and yeah, really nice and simple. So I've got 150 grams of my coconut sugar. So you could reduce that if you're making it for yourself and you don't like as much sugar, but we'll just stick to the recipe, especially if we're giving it to as a gift. It's nice to have a treat at Christmas time. So we've got the sugar and the chocolate is the first, what we're going to put in first, and we're going to blitz that all up. Sorry, I chopped my head off there. Hopefully you can hear me. So this is 100 grams of milk chocolate, or I'm using dark chocolate. You can use white chocolate, whatever you would like to use. So I'm adding that in, and now I'm just going to blitz it all up and break up that chocolate. So just bear with me and the noise. Make sure everything's So that's all blitzed up in there. I'm not sure if you can see it. And then we're going to add our milk powder. So we've got 100 grams of that coconut milk powder, or just normal milk powder, whatever it is that you're using. 50 grams of cacao or cocoa. You probably could go a little bit less if you're using cacao because it's a little bit richer. And then a pinch of salt. And mix that all together. So it's really great to know exactly what's going into your hot chocolate as well. There's lots of goodness and no preservatives or sugars that you don't necessarily want in there. So you can just tip that straight into your jar. So I've got the cheap shops around here sell really pretty little jars, a bit like Bianca had as well. So I've got a nice red one as well. I'm a bit of a jar collector. We have a house full of jars. But even Kmart has some nice ones that you could fill. So that's your choice. You might just have an old peanut butter jar. And then for this one, I've just cut a square of Christmas material and wrap that around with a nice ribbon. Or if yours has a nice lid, like these ones, you might just get some Christmas ribbon and put that around it. So you can put it straight in there and then just give a little sample of maybe peppermint and wild orange, and then they can choose what they like. But I'm actually going to put the drops into the hot chocolate now, and that way it's ready to go and that it will already be flavoured for the person that receives the gift. So I'm going to put in 4 drops. So I find that peppermint is quite strong and that would be enough for me. But if you have a try of it and you feel like you would like to add more, then go ahead and do that as well. Adding that and then just giving it another whiz up to get that flavouring all throughout. Okay, so I'm going to grab my jar. And hopefully, without making too much of a mess, put it into what this lid is actually really good for, to stop spilling. I'm going to pop that over the top there. And you can smell it, just that peppermint smells delicious. So chocolate and peppermint or chocolate and wild orange are great flavours, but you could put spearmint in there, green mandarin, yeah, whatever your favourite might be. I guess even some cinnamon, like Bianca was using for her ginger scrub, or the ginger essential oil as well. So I've got quite a bit in there, left in there, and that's made a decent sized jar. So you'd get a good couple of jars out of that batch. So just popping the lid on, and yeah, either adding a ribbon or a nice little tag. You might make your own or get your kids to make your own. And I've just popped on the back there that it's hot chocolate, and to add 1 to 2 teaspoons per cup to their mug. So you might get a nice mug and add that to a nice mug, even put it in a more cellophane and just put it inside the mug. You could get some little marshmallows to add that could get tied onto the side of your jar as well. So yeah, you could jazz it up however you like and make that just that extra bit special. So really nice and simple, and as you saw, nice and quick to make. The layered one took a little bit longer, but not much longer. I basically just put half the sugar in, then half the milk, half the chocolate pieces, which I did cut up a little bit smaller than the squares, but that was nice and quick and simple as well. So hopefully you enjoy that. I know I'll be enjoying some of my test batch. So yeah, a nice little present, especially as Bianca said, for teacher gifts or people that help you out, or even just leaving a jar or something on your neighbour's doorstep as a nice little surprise is, I think, a beautiful thing to do at Christmas time. So thanks Jules. Jules is next.
Thanks, Leah. I know where I'm going to be coming in the next few days for a hot chocolate. I'm salivating. It looks really good. So I'm doing a few DIYs for the kiddies, but also for big kids, because I must admit I love these products and gifts as well. Now, I did make up a few things ahead of time to show you because, and I've just realised I started melting already. Goodness me. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, good. All right. I've just realised my gummies look like they've all mushed into one. It's very hot here in Queensland tonight. I can see Bianca's rugged up, but I'm at the point here that I almost want to put the air conditioning on. I'm not sure how hot it is, but it's quite hot tonight. So when you do make these gummies, it is best to keep them in the fridge. I have been doing some photographs and things, so they've been out for a little while, but you can see the pretty colours that I made anyway. I just used, and again, this recipe's in the ebook, but it's just juice. So I used orange juice. Now you can squeeze your own is the best, but I was lazy and just used Nudie orange juice as one of my favourite brands because it's got no nasties in it. A good quality raw honey. You don't even have to put the raw honey in if you don't want to, because if the juice is sweet enough, but I like to add some raw honey. And then gelatin. So I like to use a natural gelatin because it's really good for our gut health as well. So I know, you know, Joel, my 7-year-old, he feels like he's getting a treat, and he is, but I know it's also good for him at the same time. So really good for your gut digestive health, like it says. So this one's the Nutra Organics brand, but there's plenty of great brands if you just have a look in your health food store. And then I just actually did it. You can do it in your Thermomix if you have a Thermomix. Otherwise, I actually was using the Thermomix for the Play-Doh that I'm about to show you. So in the meantime, I just did this on the stovetop in a saucepan, and I just gently melted all of that on a low heat. Once I took it off the heat, that's when I added my essential oils. So today I chose to use a few drops of On Guard. Now, for those of you who know, On Guard is our protective blend. So again, it's really good. We can ingest this one and use it for food flavoring. And to me, it smells and tastes like Christmas because it's got oils like cinnamon, wild orange, clove. So all those Christmassy sort of smells and flavors again. Good in gingerbread too. And in your bliss balls, I like to put it in my rum balls too for the adults. And so I put a couple drops in there, and it's going to help with boosting our immune system at the same time. And I also actually added some tangerine. Now, tangerine, I think, by memory, ladies, is that the free product of the month this month? So if you get your LRP orders in, your loyalty rewards orders in before the 15th of this month, and if they're 125 point volume or more, you're going to get a free tangerine oil. And for those of you that don't have a wholesale membership yet, if you do get started this month with an order over 100 points, we can actually offer you a free tangerine this month, which is really exciting as well, because we're part of the Discover mentorship program with doTERRA at the moment. So tangerine is lovely, really nice in your mineral water as well. So that's a nice Christmassy drink. So that's the gummies. Now I just put them in a cute little Christmassy bag that I had, but you could, you know, pop them like, yeah, in a little cellophane bag, or I'm trying to be a bit more environmental at the moment and think of my planet as well. So even I know they've brought out a lot more like your little snap lock bags, but you can get ones that are more decomposable and things like that now too. So they're always handy, and just putting a nice bow around it. The other thing I made ahead of time was our beautiful Play-Doh, and I fragranced it with our Christmas oil. So the same one Bianca used, our Holiday Joy, I actually used it, and I used red food colouring and made it red. And then the other one I've used our Holiday Peace, which is our other Christmas blend, which smells divine. It's more like you're walking through a forest, and it's got vetiver in there, so it's very calming and soothing. I like to diffuse that one when we're decorating the Christmas tree. And I like to use the Hopper food colorings, or I have discovered, I went to Coles the other day, and they've actually brought out a natural food colors as well now, which is brilliant. So none of the nasty food colorings anymore. I know we're not eating it, but I still like to know that it's more natural. And I did read the back of the box, and they are using more of the natural colors, like your beetroot is what makes the red, and the turmeric and the spirulina and all of that stuff. So actually looking at that, it does still have some preservatives in it, but like I said, this is just for the Play-Doh. I did use those colors in the gummies as well. But with the gummies, I forgot to mention, you can use things like your beetroot powder, your spirulina powder, turmeric powder, although turmeric might be a bit not nice tasting, but for kids. But you can use your different powders to get your different colors as well. So that was all made with the orange juice, but then I just used the food colorings to change the colors. So our Play-Doh recipe is also in our ebook, so I won't run through the recipe. Again, you can do it in your Thermomix or on the stovetop. But I was going to quickly show you my gift ideas for the Play-Doh. So you can get yourselves just some little, some nice tins would be lovely, but I couldn't find my tins. So I have just got these little Tupperware containers that I think I got from maybe the cheap shop, or they may have even come from Woolies or Coles, I can't remember. But they were the perfect, just throwing it at you, they're the perfect size. And I've got this in a little gift bag, and then you can always give them a little a cutter. And then I love giving them like some natural things, so they can actually make some little critters and things with their Play-Doh. So especially for Christmas, like your little seed pods, your little Banksia pods are lovely, and the kids will have a ball. And the essential oils, they're just great for the sensory and everything. So learning smells, and I just love Play-Doh. I mean, I'm 40 soon and I still love playing Play-Doh. Another thing, just getting a nice little Hessian bag or something with your little Christmas tag. And I've just popped the two colours into one of those. And then, yeah, another, again, just like a little cookie cutter. So I think that would make a really cute little gift for your nieces or nephews, or school friends. I know Joel would love to give those to some of his school friends. So really cost effective, cheap, kind little gifts that I'm sure they'll get hours of enjoyment out of, and get mum and dad some quiet time, hopefully. Now I'm going to quickly make some bath fizzies or bath bombs. So these are good for any age. I do know the kids love them. And you're just going to need some silicone molds. So these are the same silicone molds I actually used for the gummies, and I've just washed them out. I'm going to reuse them. Can't remember where I got these. It was a few years ago, but I know Kmart have them. Spotlight's another good place that have them. You can buy them online. There's plenty of like ones on eBay and stuff as well. So these are Christmas ones, but any shapes will do. We love the duckies. And then this recipe is quite forgiving, I find. The recipe in our ebook, I think, has cornstarch or corn flour in it. Now, I personally don't normally put this in, so I just did a bit of a Google search and I found out that by putting the corn flour or cornstarch in your bath fizzies or bath bombs, actually stops them from fizzing so quickly. So they're going to, you know, when you pop them in the bath, it's going to take them a bit longer to fizz. So that's apparently what the cornstarch is for. So let me get my recipe, because I normally do DIY like I cook. I don't really measure. I just kind of whack it all in there. So we've got 1 cup of citric acid. Okay, now you're probably not going to see me. I'll just put it down like this maybe. Can you see that, guys? Is that good? Yep. Okay, so we've got, can you still hear me okay? Yep, cool, very good. So we've got 1 cup of citric acid. Now you can buy citric acid in little containers like your cream of tartar and things that size from Woolworths, but I tend to buy my citric acid in bulk. So like from Vitalia that Leah mentioned, which used to be called Oils for Life Australia. So that's how I buy it. And what is it? Probably, yeah, 2 kilos. Because I use it a lot for cleaning and things like that. Actually, this recipe, if you left the cornstarch, corn flour out, these make great toilet fizzies as well to clean the toilet. So just adding citrus oils in there. So they're really multi-purpose, these ones, or you can use them as shower melts as well. So if you don't have a bath, you can throw one of these in the bottom of the shower and it's going to turn the shower into a diffuser. Okay, so that was 1 cup of citric acid. We've got 1 cup of baking soda or bicarb soda. Again, I normally buy that in bulk from my the source is our we can go and buy it. This one I did just get from Aldi, I think, but so just good old bicarb. And then we've got fractionated coconut oil, so about 1/2 cup. Now, what I did forget to mention is I do find that if you use glass or plastic, and again, when you're using a spoon, a wooden spoon or a plastic spoon, tends to work better, because if you use metal, I find it sometimes can have more of a reaction and make it fizz up more. So that's just from past experience. I'm just going to add my oil slowly at a time, do a bit of a stir and get it to the consistency I want it. With the fractionated coconut oil, like Bianca explains, you can use your beautiful quality doTERRA one, or I think I've got the same brand one just from Coles or Woolies that Bianca did. And again, I love using my fractionated coconut oil from doTERRA and all my rollers and things like that. But when it comes to my bigger DIY stuff, I like to use this one. It's just a bit more cost effective. So we're just going to add that. Again, you could do this in your Thermomix if you wanted to, but we're doing it the old-fashioned way tonight. Get my mussels in there. And of course, we're going to add some beautiful essential oils. And you can also add a little bit of food coloring too if you want to make them pretty. Kids love that. I have used the Hopper food colors before, and I have found that they haven't stained my tiles or my bath. But yeah, so it's a little bit, you know what, probably would have been best to add that into my fractionated coconut oil maybe, because now it's sort of gone a bit clumpy, but anyway. And then you can use whatever essential oils that you like. I like to use my skin loving oils and relaxing oils for the bath. And I'm gonna come say good day again. So because it's Christmas DIY, I thought, why not use our beautiful frankincense essential oil? It was given to baby Jesus, so if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. It's really good for our skin. I think of Christmas with frankincense as well. And then I thought we'd do some lavender as well, because lavender and frankincense together are really calming and relaxing in the bath, but also calming to the skin as well. And I chose to go with just a nice purple grape sort of food coloring, but yeah, I probably should have added it to my fractionated coconut oil because now it's just gone a little bit marble looking, but that's quite pretty actually as well. So, and then we're just going to, it's going to feel kind of like wet sand. You don't want it to be too sloppy. You just want it to be, when you grab it and scrunch it in your hands, it kind of stays in that shape. So kind of like damp sand, wet sand. And I'm making a big mess here. Can you see that? Like that. Okay. Cool. Then we're just going to get our silicone molds and we're going to pop it in. Now the trick here is to press it down really firm and tight so that you don't have any, I guess, like little air bubbles, and you just pop it in nice and firm. And then we're going to let them set overnight or even for a couple of days is best. And then they're just going to pop out of the molds and they're going to go nice and hard. And then they're ready for the bath. So when they're finished, I like to pop them in a cute little jar. I've got a little made with love sticker. I think I just got them from Kmart. These little jars are from Kmart too, and I just popped a little bow around them. These ones we've had made for a while. I've stole these out of Joel's stash. So you can see that was like a little ducky one. So they're quite hard. But anyway, so yeah, you can see. And then you throw that in the bath and it fizzes up and the kids love it, and it's going to help them with their emotions and relaxation and get ready for bedtime. Another cute little way would just be put them in a nice little brown paper bag with a little bow on it. That's really cute too. So again, great little gifts for teachers or friends or anybody. I mean, I know I'd love to receive those too. And like Leah said, even leaving it on someone's doorstep is a beautiful idea. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll pass you over to Kelly. Thanks, ladies.
Awesome. Thanks, Jules. That'd be perfect. I'd love my daughter absolutely loves bath fizzy. She is a big fan of anything bath related. So she's always asked me, Mum, can we make some more? Because she tends to just chuck them all in at the time if I don't watch her. So yeah, she loves them. Alrighty. So I'm going to show you a super simple bath salt ornament. So I got a few of these little cute little ornament shapes from Kmart last year, and they were $3 a pop, so it's pretty cheap. They just open up like this, and we're going to fill them up with some beautiful bath salts that we're going to make, and it is so easy, ridiculously easy, it'll probably take me 2 seconds to do. So all I'm going to do is move my camera down a little bit, if it's going to come down. So in my little bowl here, all I've got is a cup of Epsom salts. So you can get your Epsom salts from any health food shop. I think you've seen them in supermarkets. I usually buy a massive big, I think I've got a 10 kilo tub at the moment. So yeah, all it is a cup of Epsom salts in here. We're going to add in some pretty dried flowers that I got off a local lady here. These are dried larkspur, I think you say it, flowers, so in beautiful different colours here, just to pretty it up and make it look nice. And it's really, and they float on top of the water when you pop them in the bath as well. So you could use some dried rose petals or anything you've dried out of the garden, would be beautiful. But yeah, I have these left over actually from last year still in a pot, so I thought I'll grab them out. I've actually got some growing in the garden again this year, so we'll see how we go. This is my first time growing them, so we'll see if we can get some flowers to grow in the garden this year. My daughter loves it, so we'll try that out. So all I've got is some dried flowers in here, the Epsom salts, and all you need to do is add your favourite essential oil, whatever you want to give. So some beautiful ones are, like Jules mentioned before, was lavender. I think she used lavender before. I personally love in the bath lavender peace, which is a blend of quite a few different oils. It's got your lavender, cedarwood, hoewood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla, and Hawaiian sandalwood. Beautiful oils for calming, relaxing, and I love this one every night for sleep. So perfect in the bath, and I often do this one for my daughter. She needs winding down every single night, so we do that one for her. And another good one is Aroma Touch, which I think Leah mentioned before. It's a beautiful spa blend, so if you're looking for something really nice and relaxing, you could use that. Another great one would be Adaptive, our Calming Tranquil blend. So that's a beautiful new release that we got this year to our market. So that's another one, perfect one for the bath. And Balance, can't go past good old Balance. That's a really good grounding blend as well. So anything, just be mindful that you don't use any sort of hot oils in the bath. So otherwise it may irritate your sensitive bits. So just be mindful about which ones you're using, but any of those ones that I mentioned would be beautiful in this. So I think we might go with Aroma Touch tonight because I might end up using this in a soak for myself later. So we 5 to 10 drops in this little batch. So we'll go, and that's all we need to do, and just give it a good mix up. And that's about as hard as it gets. So all I'm going to do now is scoop it into this cool little ornament. Now I made these up for my daughter's daycare teachers last year, and they loved them. So they all, and it was just super easy. We might put a few more flowers in to make the colours all mix through. There's other ornaments you can get that actually don't open up halfway. They actually got a little bit on the top. Just make sure you buy them that they've got a decent opening on the top if you're going to buy them, because I did buy some last year that had a really narrow opening. I couldn't get the stuff in, or it was really hard to get them out. So these little ones that open up, they're quite good. But if you get ones that you only got one opening at the top, just make sure that the opening's a decent size. Yeah, so we just popped in a few more flowers and quit making a bit of a mess, but clipped it up, and we've got a beautiful little ornament there. Probably the cost of this may be under $5, and yeah, well, the ornament cost me $3, but there'll be not much there in Epsom salts, so, and a few drops of oil, and it smells absolutely beautiful. So that's a really easy, super simple gift for teachers, neighbours, anyone that sort of you're wanting to share a bit of love with. Libby's got, could you use the graveyard oil for this? What's the graveyard oil, Libby? Was that a typo, or was that one that I haven't heard of? Yeah, so that's a beautiful little oil, a little Christmas gift there, and even you could hang them on the Christmas tree until after Christmas as well to make your room smell a bit nicer. So that's my super simple DIY little gift. Now just pop this out of the way. Now, I thought I'd just briefly touch on some of the pre-made gifts that doTERRA do offer. We're going to put a few of these in the ebook as well. So if DIY is not your thing, even though we've shown you how super easy it is, the last oil in the bottle, sorry. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Libby. In Aroma Touch, is that what you meant? Oh, perfect. Yes, yes. Now I get what you mean. Yes, you can put the oil bottle in the Epsom salts. The great idea, Libby. Perfect. Now I know what you mean. Yeah, so I was just going to mention a few little pre-made things that if you weren't wanting to DIY or do a bit of a mix of a DIY and buy some pre-made gifts, doTERRA do have quite a few different ones. So we've got our hand and body lotion as well. Most of these are under $50, I think. This one is only about $18, but we'll have all the prices in our ebook anyway, and you'll know. So this is a unscented lotion. So this with a bottle of even Aroma Touch would be beautiful to go together, and then you can give some instructions to say pop a drop of Aroma Touch on your hand and a squirt of this and rub it into your hands or your legs or anything like that, and that would be beautiful. So that's quite a nice one. And you can get some scented ones as well. So this one is a scented body lotion with citrus bliss in it as well. So that's really nice. I love citrus bliss. Our exfoliating body scrub. So if you didn't want to make the super simple one that Bianca made earlier, this is a pre-made one, but the one earlier is so easy. So, but that's another option. And I couldn't find my body butter, so it comes in a similar jar. And that I think, oh yeah, Jules has got it behind her, so she's got a body butter there. And that's, I think that's an unscented one. Oh no, that's got a scent, doesn't it, Jules? I think so.
Sorry, I've had to unmute myself. I love this one, and it's perfect for Christmas because it's got Douglas fir in it. So it smells like Christmas trees. And you can see I love it. I've used quite a lot of it. So, yeah, it goes really nice with the body scrub. Like the two together would be a beautiful gift.
Yeah, so those two are really nice, and I think the body butter is actually 10% off this month too, so that's a good time to grab them. So there's other little ones as well, so if you want to give a friend or a family member a little sample, there's a little sample of lemon, lavender and peppermint. I think they're about $26.50, or if you're wanting something a little bit special for them, you could give them, how does this one open? The yoga oils. That's a gorgeous little gift pack as well. And what did I have here? Oh, and I think they're still available at the minute, which was the little Banksia pod diffuser with the Litzia. And I think it actually comes with, I can't say, is it Hinoiki? That might be about closer, right? But that's a quite a beautiful little gift as well at the time. So just thought to give you, hopefully it's given you quite a few little ideas, little options. You might be able to mix and match if you want to buy a few bits and bobs and add them to something you've homemade, or you go making them all together as well. So that's yeah, a beautiful few little different options for you. So I just wanted to thank everyone very much for coming tonight. So we've nearly gone our hour, so we'll wrap it up now here. But yeah, hopefully we've given you quite a few different ways to do Christmas this year. You can make it super cheap and still beautiful, and using some pure essential oils as well. It really adds to the smell as well. So without all the nasties in it as well. Now, we're going to be doing lots more events over this month, so keep an eye out on all our Facebook pages and on socials and stuff like that if you want to join in anything else this month. We want to make sure that, yeah, you're getting lots of information in the lead up to Christmas and lots of gift ideas as well. So we'll do a few different bits and pieces. As we mentioned, you'll get a replay and an ebook with all of our recipes tonight and lots of other different options as well. So watch out for that over the weekend. Now, if you want to follow along, we've just created a new Instagram page. If you guys are more in tune to Instagram than you are Facebook, we've created a new Instagram page called United by Oils Collective. So if you can't remember that, we'll pop it in the email as well, or just message one of us and we will let you there. But what we're going to do and try and have some giveaways in the lead up to Christmas, and we're going to have lots of information of how best to use your oils. So follow along there, but we're always posting lots of stuff in our Facebook groups as well, but sometimes Facebook's not as kind to us as we would like it. Some doesn't pop up in your news feeds as much, so we're just trying to branch out and try and get a few different things out there for you guys. What else was I going to say? So if you're brand new to essential oils, please go back to whoever invited you and they will help you if you want to get started, or ask Santa for a beautiful Christmas gift this year. If you're already got essential oils, there's still some Christmas items that got released on Monday available. So if you're wanting to add them to your loyalty rewards program orders this month, so make sure you jump on them before they sell out. I think the koala's already sold out. It was very, very popular this year. But there's a few other bits and pieces available there. But I think I'll wrap it up there. Thanks so much for coming along tonight. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to reply to the email that you get on the replay if you've got any questions. But other than that, if anyone's got any questions, come off mute now or pop it in the chat box. But if not, we will wrap it up there. So thanks so much for coming, guys.
Thanks, everyone.